everyone. So let's talk about books today, or at least in this first video. I love reading. I've read so many books in my life. I've read a bunch of YouTubers' books. I've read the Harry Potter series. I've read the Lord of the Rings series. I've read the Game of Thrones series at least once. I've read the Fantastic Beasts series, even though there's still, 3 more books I have to read. What other books have I read? I mean, there's just so many books that I love to read and I want to read. There's a couple more YouTubers' books that I want to read, like Brittany Louise Taylor's book, Miranda Sings' second book, Megan Rank's first book, which has not yet come out, or does not have a release date actually, and then there's a couple other books here and there that I want to read. Like there's 2 new Game of Thrones books that George R. R. Martin's written but hasn't released yet, and I mean, there's just so many books in this world that I would love to read and to experience. Even, I think there might be a new Walking Dead compendium that I might want to read someday, if I can find it. It's the 4th one. I have the first 3. What else is... there's a couple of James Patterson books I've read. I mean, there's so many books that I've read that I've reread and reread and reread. And there's new books that I haven't read yet in this world. There's so many books on this world. Whether it's a comic book, whether it's a graphic novel, whether it's a sci-fi book, a fantasy book, you name it. There's probably like one of everything. I've even read Ender's Game. I mean, and there's Ready Player One. I've read that book. I mean, just so many books. And I know books may sound boring to you guys, but that's just what I do. I like to read books. And I've seen a lot of books that have been made into film adaptations. And I'm ready for whatever the next books after the Game of Thrones books that I'm about to finish, the second one right now. It's just, there's so many things that I want to read. Not, textbooks or anything like that. Just random books here and there. I might even start a book club. I might restart doing the book talk again, or book club, or something along those lines. Just like I want to start a podcast. I mean, there's so many projects I'm working on that I really want to do within the next 3 years of this YouTube channel. Whether it's starting that book club or book talk again, or, do anything like that. Because books are important to grow your brain and help you realize what the world is like. Even though some of the nonfiction books versus the fiction books. I've even read The Secret, which is a law of attraction, I read The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. I mean, there's so many books on this planet that I have yet to read, and there's so many books on this planet that I have read that I want to read again and again and again and again. So I mean, it's not just one series or one standalone book. It's all the books in the world that I haven't read that I would want to read. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know this is probably boring, me talking about books and reading and stuff like that, but there's so many books left to read and stuff. So I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys know the drill. Keep it real. Bye bye.